African American, all of these different names for the same people. If I ask a Chinese person, where are you from? They could tell me they're from China. Or if I ask a white person, oh, my family's from Germany or from Russia or France or wherever. But we just we don't know. That's a curse from God. Out here showing our people our history according to the Bible. You believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what the Bible is? You seen heard before?
Yes,
been to church before?
Yes, sir.
So right now, we're trying to show you that the Bible still applies to us today. A lot of people, we've been to church when we were younger, but we don't really believe what it says like that. So we're going to show what the Bible says. First, I got to show you something, right? You see the sign right here? Who you see on the sign? So on the left,
American blacks.
okay, so the so-called American blacks. What's the name next to it?
Judah.
Exactly. So God gave us a name in the Bible, right? The so-called American blacks are from the tribe of Judah. That's the name God gave us. But guess what? What do we call ourselves today? What's some of the names that we call ourselves?
African Americans.
African Americans. You got what's the thing? Tariq Nasheed, foundational Black Americans, African descendants of slaves, Negroes, Black. The N-word even, right?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different names that we're called. So do you know that's in the Bible, right? God said that the children of Israel will be called different names. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 37. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37.
Give me more energy too.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So the Lord, go Deuteronomy 1:1 real quick. So the Lord is speaking to the children of Israel. That's Moses. He was warning our forefathers what would happen to us in the future, right? Read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses is speaking to the children of Israel, people on the sign. And he's saying in the future, you're going to be what? Go back to what you were reading before, 37. Deuteronomy 28, 37. Because remember, we're talking about all the different names that we're called today, right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So where's people? We're an astonishment.
DJ right here.
Okay, nice to meet you, DJ. We're an astonishment as a people. When the so-called other people, like y'all seen like World Star before, right? World Star hip hop. You seen Sexy Red, Suki Han, all these rappers, right? How do you think that makes black people look as a whole? What you think? What you think, CJ? How do you think that, like, Sexy Red, Suki Hana, all the rappers, all the antics that they be doing on TV and music videos, how do you think that makes us as a people look? Say what? Crazy, right? If you look at other nations, look at those Negroes over there.
Yeah.
What are they doing? That's crazy. Why do they act like that? Right? That's called being an astonishment, read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
We're a proverb. They have wise sayings. They have stereotypes about us. When they say they want to hide something from a black person, what do they put it? In a book, right?
Yeah,
because they say black people, we don't like to read like that. Which is not really stereotype. We don't really like to read. But it's important. As you learn history, you gotta learn, you gotta read the Bible. What else do they say about us? Keep reading.
And a byword.
And a byword. A byword is being called by another name. So exactly, right? Black people, what they call us? They call us African Americans. They call us foundational Black Americans. They call us Negroes, niggas, Black, African American, all of these different names for the same people. If I ask a Chinese person, where are you from? They could tell me they're from China. Or if I ask a white person, oh, my family's from Germany or from Russia or France or wherever. But we don't know. That's a curse from God. Now let me ask you this. Why do you think that happens to us specifically? What'd you say? What y'all say?
Because we're chosen?
Because we're chosen? Okay, what'd you say?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Sis, let me ask you a question. Sis, why do you think that black people, we got so many different names? They call us African Americans. They call us Negroes. They call us Black. Why do we got all these different names?
But they don't know how to identify.
Because they don't know how to identify us. All right, we're going to show what the Bible says. Because everything we're teaching comes straight from the Bible, right? Could jump up to Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Because remember, this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is warning us, if we don't listen to what God tells us to do, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
And if we don't do what God told us to do, because God gave us commandments, right? Y'all ever heard of some commandments in the Bible? Like what? The 10 Commandments, like what? What's some commandments?
Steal.
Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Okay, so if we don't listen to those commandments that God gave us, read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we don't listen to what God tells us to do, curses will come upon us. Is a curse a good thing or is it a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Is a curse good or bad? It's bad. So now it's going to start listing all the different things that happen to us, the bad things that happen to us. Like we just read, we're going to be in astonishment, a proverb, a byword. That's a curse from God. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So guess what? When you look at the people on this sign, sis, real quick, check out the sign. Where do you see yourself on this sign? On the left is what God calls us, and on the right is what we're known as today. You said from the tribe of Judah. You said you're from the tribe of Judah too, right? So yeah. So the people on the sign, you see the so-called American blacks, West Indians, people from the island, Jamaica, Trinidad, so forth. Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. We're all the same people.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation